Top 5 Most Disturbing 911 Calls Ever Recorded. Some 911 calls are routine, others, they're pure nightmare fuel. Today we're counting down the top 5 most disturbing 911 calls ever recorded. Calls so chilling they still haunt dispatchers and investigators to this day. Listener discretion is advised. Case 5. The last words of Kevin Cosgrove, 9/11 attack. September 11th, 2001. A normal workday turned into horror. Kevin Cosgrove, a businessman trapped on the 105th floor of the South Tower, called 911 pleading for help. His voice was filled with fear, his breathing heavy. "We're young men," he told the dispatcher. "We're not ready to die." But then, the unthinkable happened. The line went silent. The South Tower collapsed, and Kevin's last words were lost in the dust and destruction. His call remains one of the most haunting recordings from that tragic day. Case 4. The unsolved murder of Ruth Price.
"I have a man at my back door." Those were the last words of Ruth Price, an elderly woman who made a desperate call to 911. In the background, you can hear her voice trembling as she describes an unknown man lurking outside her home.
Moments later, the unthinkable happens. A sudden scream, a loud thud, then silence. When officers arrived, they found nothing. No body, no suspect, no sign of struggle. To this day, Ruth Price's fate remains a chilling mystery. Case 3. The Babysitter and the Unknown Caller. A teenage babysitter, home alone with a child, calls 911. There's someone outside. He keeps calling the house. The operator tries to calm her down, asking if she can see the person. Then something horrifying happens. The caller's voice is no longer on the phone. It's coming from inside the house. The dispatcher immediately tells her to get out, but the call is abruptly cut off. When police arrived, they found the babysitter alive, but in shock. The suspect nowhere to be found. To this day, this chilling call serves as a terrifying reminder that horror can strike when you least expect it. Case 2. The death of Timothy O'Brien, the Candyman case. Halloween night, 1974. Timothy O'Brien, an 8-year-old boy, takes a bite of his Halloween candy, then collapses. His father, Ronald O'Brien, frantically calls 911, saying his son is convulsing and can't breathe. The truth, the Pixie Stix candy, had been laced with cyanide, and the real horror, it wasn't a stranger. His own father had poisoned him, hoping to collect life insurance money. Ronald O'Brien was later convicted and executed, forever known as the Candy Man. Case 1. The Jeffrey Dahmer victim who escaped but was sent back. May 27th, 1991. A teenage boy, bleeding and disoriented, runs out of Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. He stumbles onto the street where concerned neighbors call 911. "He needs help. He's just a kid," one neighbor pleads. But when officers arrived, Dahmer calmly told them the boy was his drunk boyfriend and took him back inside. The officers left. Minutes later, Dahmer murdered him. This call remains one of the most heartbreaking moments in criminal history. A lost chance to stop one of the most notorious serial killers of all time. These are just a few of the most chilling 911 calls ever recorded. Which one disturbed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more true crime stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the truth is always darker than it seems.